Hi, YouTube family. Welcome to my part four. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing. So, as I said on part three, that I wanted to share part four, and part four being the last experience that I actually encountered with Debuo and the physical abuse. This was, I think, 2011. Yes, it was 2011, February on the 18th. On the 18th of February, it was just after Valentine's Day as well, and we had supposed to go and actually celebrate it, and it was early morning. But unfortunately, the previous day of the 18th, being the 17th of February, him and I had a fight. I don't remember what was the fight really about, but it was probably stupid if you ask me. As I know that every single thing that he would just pick a fight on or have conflict about was most of the time stupid or wasn't my fault but made it my fault. So I remember that day, I was getting Kagiso ready for creche. I'm cleaning the house, and after cleaning, I was going to take Kagiso to creche. So this is early morning, just before 8 o'clock. So after I finish like mopping the floor, I go out and I hang the mop outside. By where we hang our clothes when we wash. And I look up and I see him coming towards my house, and I'm thinking, oh crap, here we go. Like a fight is brewing, because obviously, if we fought yesterday and he just left, coming back today is obviously to pick a fight with me, knowing very well that probably he knows that I don't have school, I don't have anything to do. I'm going to bath the child, I'm going to clean and then leave, go wherever I wanted to go to places where in his head thought that I'll be probably cheating. So he'd rather come and ruin the day for me. So I swear to you, that was always his plan. So he came in the morning, came at home, and he just started a fight in terms of telling me about that guy that I told you about on part one, that he would always pick a fight, and part two, that he would always pick a fight regarding whatever he heard from the friends that he and my ex had, from the mutual friends. So he would come there and he says he would just belittle me, say hurtful things. And I remember that day he was like he's at home, he's at my house, and he was like telling me, "Good, you know, me boni uvitigile and uwile, you know, you are degraded." And I'm thinking, by who? Because you were my first everything. I mean, you broke my virginity. So if you willing, you so woo, you know. Um, I'm nothing without him. I'll never amount to anything in life. Um, if he had to leave me because my mother had passed away and my sister can hardly take me to school. He knew very well as well that my father had disowned me for plus minus almost 5 years for having Kagiso. My father didn't speak to me, and he didn't want me also having contact with my sisters. But that is another story for another day. um my dad abused me emotionally as well. As a parent, yeah, you are allowed to get angry, but I feel hori, like up to a certain extent, you know. But he knew that I had no one in my corner, in inverted commas. So hence the emotional abuse. Yeah, I'm nothing without him, and I'll never amount to anything. And who will want me if I have a child? Yeah. Who would want me because I have a child? So this was his way of bringing me down and just suppressing me emotionally, and just putting the doubt in my mind that, you know what, Miponi, you are nothing. you are really nothing and you will amount to nothing because you are not going to school right now. And that was his way of controlling me, and I kept quiet with all of this tongue lashing that he was giving me. I have stretch marks, and he would just bash my body as well. And I'm thinking that, you broke my virginity. Like, I had your son, hence I'm this way, and you come and swear uzongithuka ngazo lezi zinto lezi. And I just kept quiet. He kept lashing, lashing, lashing. I just kept quiet, and continued lashing me about my ex, what the mutual friends have been saying. I kept quiet, and he started hitting me because I wouldn't answer him. He started hitting me. He started kicking me. I remember I was on the floor, and have you ever seen guys fight? And he was kicking me and kicking me in the face, kicking me in the stomach. And I was screaming. I was screaming, and he kept on saying, I must stop screaming because of now, like, the people who are surrounding my house. And I think it was neighbors and just people around. And I will never forget Kagiso's face. Like, I will never. Because Kagiso was there, and I will never forget the terror on my son's face that day. And that terror on his face is the reason why I said enough is freaking enough. The terror on Kagiso's face that day is the one that, like, put things in perspective for me. That this is not my life, and this is not going to be my son's life. I don't want him to grow up this way. So I remember I stood up. Now I'm trying to run, like, in the house, and he kept on saying, yeah, Kagiso, your mother's useless, your mother's useless. Your mother will never amount to anything. I must just take you and raise you myself. And I remember I was walking, like, to my room because that's where one of the panic buttons of the alarms was at. And I quickly rushed there, and he pulled me with my underwear when I tried to run away as well outside. He pulled me with my underwear, and I remember my underwear tore, like, my wrist, my waist. Like, I had, like, markings um of, like, the pulling of the underwear. So it hurt me and it cut my waist. And I went back into the house. Now there's people surrounding the yard, but I think with everyone, they don't know what to expect. They're not sure like, what's going on. So everyone was, like, afraid to come in. And then I ran into the house, and there was a time where he, like, pushed me but hit me. And then when I actually pressed the panic button, I pretended like that was me, like, being pushed, and then I pressed it by mistake. And nope, it was really on purpose. And then the alarm went off. And when the alarm went off, that's when he stopped. And it was like a certain trance now. Like, he was in a certain trance when he was hitting me. And now, after the alarm, like, went off, it was like he was out of the trance. And I said to him, wait, and then I turned off the alarm. And I knew then that, like, that was the best plan I could have done for myself, because that was the reason why he stopped. And he saw how my underwear had torn and how it hurt me, and he kept on apologizing. And he was like, no, sorry, babe, I don't know what came over me, I'm so sorry. And the guy from Chop Alarm Chop came, When he came, I think with everyone standing outside, he already knew that something was up. So I remember when he came, he knocked. And I said to Deboho, sit in this room and keep quiet. I know people are gonna judge me for this. I said, sit in my room and keep quiet. And then I hit him like where my wardrobe was, and I said, keep quiet. I went, and already when the chop guy, when I approach him, he's already holding the gun, like he's already like ready to respond. And I said, and he asked, and where's this guy, because people are saying like you've been screaming. And I said, he's gone. He said, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm praying that he doesn't come into the premises and actually search the house, and then he doesn't. And then I have a friend where I grew up with at Foslo. Her mom actually came, and she came in and she said to me, where is he? And I said, inside the house. So she went inside and actually gone to speak to him. And I just told the top guy that like I don't know where he's gone, but we're fighting, like what we're fighting about. And then I told him, like, where was your son? And like, he was here. And then he was like, okay, if anything else happens, here's my number, please call me if he comes back. Sharp, sharp. And I come back and I hear my friend's mother just giving him a tongue lashing that you will not do this. This person has lost her mother, but you keep on hitting her. We've been quiet for too long. This must be the last time. He apologizes. He apologizes. She leaves. She leaves, and it's just the two of us. And then after a couple of minutes, my sister's boyfriend comes along, and then he asks what's wrong. And then I tell him, like, no, why is he doing this? Why is he hitting you? He's like, okay, what, let's take Kagiso to Krish. Okay? I'll help you take Kagiso to Krish, and then you'll be fine. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I go to my bedroom. I tell this one that, listen, my sister's boyfriend is here. So when I get out, I'm going to take Kagiso to the car. He will wait with Kagiso. My sister's boyfriend will wait with Kagiso in the car. You must go around and go hide yourself behind the house. I'll not lock the gate so that you can be able to get out while I take Kagiso to Krish. And then I'll meet you up at the nearby mall where we shop, Naledi Mall in Phosphorus. He's like, okay. Guys, I really don't know what was going in my head, why I continued to protect this person, but I did it, and as 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 discussed, that's how I executed the plan. Kagiso, I took Kagiso, put him in the car. My sister boyfriend waited for me to actually lock the house, and then I sent him out. He went at the other side of the house. Then I closed the gate, acted like I locked it where I didn't, and then I took Kagiso to Krish. It was really close to home. You could actually walk there. And I remember just being in the car, everyone watching me, like who was around my house, everybody watching me, and obviously seeing the pity in their faces. I took Kagiso to Krish, and I left him at Krish, and my sister boyfriend left. And after that, I went to Deboho to the mall, and he was like to me, okay, let's go to the mall as planned and go celebrate Valentine's Day. And I'm like, dude, like, I have a blue eye, you know? I remember I had another blue eye now. And he said to me, how me boni ganti, you say you've forgiven me, but you don't look like you have forgiven me. Hmm? Ganti yini ganti? And I'm like, dude, like, you can't expect me to chop and change my moods just like that, you know? And he was like, okay, clearly you haven't forgiven me. I'm like, I need to calm down. You need to calm down. Let me go home. Let me go chill. You need to go chill. Um, just think about what you have done. I'll also just chill. And I remember the afternoon my sister came back from work, and she asked me what happened. And for the very first time, I told her the truth that he actually hit me. and he has been hitting me. And we went to, and my sister like, come, let's go to his mom. We went to go talk to his mom, and his mom was furious, in inverted commas. She acted like she's furious. She said she'd actually call the brother. Not Katle, Tebogo had older brother, and she said that she'll call a meeting for us to meet. Till today, Kagiso was going on 2 years. Kagiso just turned 10. Till today, we're waiting for the meeting. Guys, um that's it for today.